Harold David Nightingale. People call me Harry. In terms of playing, one of the things I remember scoring, I think it was the first year that he was brought up to senior, and I think I was 17 when they brought me up to play senior, and that's when one of the guys got it. And so I remember scoring 4 goals on a goalkeeper named Clark Hicks, and Clark Hicks, I considered him, and everybody else probably did as well. He considered to be one of the top goalkeepers that went through Manitoba or that too. And he's in our Hall of Fame, Clark is in that too. But yeah, I was very accurate with the thing in that too. So that was one of the highlights and too, and playing for Minto Cups. Yeah, I did it for 2 or 3 teams. In terms of the playing part, I guess I was an all-star in 3 different decades, in 1950s, 1960s, and 1970. And I was the MVP of the league in several years as well. In the early 50s, the first year I played was in 1955, but they had a team in 1951 that actually beat I think an Ontario team to advance to the final. So what happened is that they would alternate. ABC would come one year to Manitoba and play a 3-game series, best of 3 series against the Manitoba team, and the winner of that would advance to, in this case, Ontario. And the next year Ontario would come through and play a best of 3 series, and and so the 1951 team, they won their division. I can't remember who they beat, but they got beat pretty badly in the playoffs and that too, right? Now the 1954 and 55 team, the 1954 team, I wasn't on that one, but they defeated the Ontario team. I went to play against the team in BC, and it was one of the PNE Indian teams that they played against, and they lost in the series. But I mean, they were competitive and probably had a good chance of winning in that too, right? Yeah, no, at Kelvin Community Club, the first years that I played there, and I played minor lacrosse there as well, but the floor was a shale floor, right? So anytime you felt it there, I mean, there'd be some strawberries all over your legs and stuff like that, right? And then after a time, I guess they arranged, probably Ernie O'Dowd had some influence about that, but they arranged to have hardtop put into the rink and that too, which made it easy to be flooding as well, for the ice in the winter time and that too. Probably the equipment more than anything else. I mean, the sticks are one thing and that too, but like when I first started playing, we didn't even wear helmets. And then we got to wearing helmets and never wear masks and stuff like that. And so it advanced to the point now where the entire head is covered and stuff like that. I bought my scrapbook, and it's kind of funny, because the scrapbook is a result of my daughter-in-law and son bugging my wife and I that they want to have a grandfather book and that too, to tell us about what we did in that. And all of my life I never kept a scrapbook and that too. So I had, I went online and I Googled my name, for lacrosse and stuff like that. And when I got a bunch of information about, I could read them on the internet. So that all this stuff that I have here, is a result of these printouts of the thing there.
Different stories.
Yeah. And there was a team that I coached for 4 years in the junior team that we played in the senior league, and we played in national championships and won Western Canadian championships. And I don't remember any of the details of what's happened during that. Like I remember all the players of that too, right? And so when I went on, when I did that, I went on there and I got this in ages and stuff like that, in years, you know. So the thing, this was like 1971, for example, or that, you know. So what happened in the 1968, 69, and 70, you know, my name hardly ever came up, mainly because I wasn't playing. Right. Well, so it only come up when when the coach in there, you know. No, the unfortunate, well, the unfortunate, but I guess one of the things I also did is, my brother kind of started it before I did, you know, is that I used to go down after games. This was in the 50s and 60s and 70s. You know, I would go down to the Winnipeg Free Press, and there was a Tribune at that time, you know, and I would write up the articles about the games and stuff like that, right? And the guys at the Free Press used to give me a byline. We probably started at the same time, right? Because when we moved into, like he would have been 13 when I was 12, you know, so we both kind of grew up playing it in there. And he played he played on the 54 junior team, but he wasn't as dedicated as me for the game in that too, eh? So he wasn't as good as me.